All right, well, good morning, everyone. If all's going well, I'm sharing my screen with you. It is a beautiful Wednesday morning, December 22nd, 2021. We get together with our distribution partners most weekday mornings at 8 o'clock Central or a minute or so before to talk about tactics, strategies, tips, techniques. And today's topic is certainly a very powerful one. I shared with each of you the agenda prior to today's Zoom, but we're going to expand on that some. So there's a lot more to this topic than just what's on the page. So if you can, tune in here and we'll talk strategically about how powerful it can be to using text campaigns. Now, this page in today's topic was really oriented towards using text campaigns to help move leads into prospects. So let's come together and define three key terms. We have leads, we have prospects, and we have clients. I would argue a text campaign could be used for each of those audiences. But from a lead perspective, let's say that you have a list of 100, 1,000, 10,000, whatever it is, small business owners. They don't know about you yet. You haven't established a relationship with them, at least not on this topic matter. So we're going to just call them a lead. Reaching large numbers, we'll call them cold leads. Reaching a large number of cold leads through text campaigns is excellent. Frankly, much better than emails, and we'll defend that here in a minute. Then your second, so you have leads, and then secondly, once they're interacting with you, then you have prospects. That's typically where you'll have a landing page set up, and we'll talk about how Scott can help you with that. And then you'll have a more systematic way of working with them because now they've accepted communication. And then, of course, you have clients. And some of you may even want to use a text campaign to prompt your clients to move through the system. Some of you are our regional vice presidents, and there's no cost to be an RVP. What that means is that you're out developing white label partners and getting a 25% override. Well, our regional vice presidents would be crazy to not use a text campaign to reach out to large numbers of prospective white label partners. One of you, and you know who you are, is getting insurance agent lists and doing a text campaign in your state out to the insurance agents. And so there's a variety of different applications of how we can use a text campaign, but let's go ahead and go through the curriculum here and then we'll answer your questions. So why should we use a text campaign? Well, certainly it outperforms other channels. When we're doing text marketing, it boosts greater immediacy and attention than other methods. So both in terms of delivery rates and open rates. Secondly, it's easy to implement, easy to manage, easy to track, and it's also very fast. According to Forbes magazine, it takes approximately 90 seconds for someone to answer a text, where it takes often 90 minutes or more to respond to an email. And what I've seen, and I bet you've seen as well, emails are rough because they'll get caught in filters and people get so many emails in their inbox, they're inundated. So without a doubt, using a text campaign will give you more immediate access to your target audience. The nice thing is not only is it fast and easy and so forth, it's also very inexpensive. We don't have any financial interest in any of the text blasting software. We've tried several, and I'm going to recommend one here as we get down further down the page. The one that we recommend, which again, we have no financial interest in, we don't get any kickbacks from them or anything, but they don't charge any setup fees or account fees for text campaigns. You simply pay as you go, and their flat rate is 4 cents a text. Maybe you think that's cheap. I think it is. Maybe you think it's expensive. If you want to try to negotiate with them better, I don't really care. I don't really have a dog in that fight, as they say. But frankly, I mean, you're only spending $4 for every 100 leads you reach out to. So that's not bad at all in my book. All right, so how would you go about setting up a text campaign? You want to remember that the text is the method of delivering a brief message to the audience that you're targeting. But we still need to have a call to action, right? So that doesn't change. We recommend, and you can do it differently if you want, but we recommend that the call to action be to drive people into your landing page. You can create your own landing page. I don't care. You can have Scott, our Chief Marketing Officer, develop a landing page for you. He's good at it. He can do it. It doesn't matter. But don't fall into the mistake of thinking, oh, if I just sign up for this text strategy, that'll solve all my problems. The text will increase your contact with your prospects, but you still need to have the call to action, what you want them to do next. It needs to be simple and easy. And we strongly recommend that be driving them to your landing page. However you want to create your landing page, whatever you want on it. If you want Scott's assistance, he can help you. We just announced, was it yesterday, that it used to be that we charged for the landing pages for white label partners. Now we have a campaign to get one for free. So that is number one. We need to drive people, in our belief, to your landing page. Now, you can create a campaign, which we'll talk about in a moment. And so there might be different messages going to your target audience, but you always want to have a clear call to action. All right, so as far as the recommended vendor, and again, we have absolutely no financial interest in them. We've tried a variety of different software. We really like Text Magic. Now, some of you are already working with Scott. You have your CRM set up, and you're saying, well, wait, I have Text Campaign within the CRM. That's correct. But normally you would use that for those that are already a prospect, not just a lead, using that terminology. Here, we're talking about uploading lists of hundreds or thousands of people to reach out to that we'll call them a spade. They're cold, right? That they've not asked for you to reach out to them. So normally you would not drive massive text through your CRM because that could flag you negatively. Text Magic has several benefits. And again, I'm not a sales rep for them, but just to give you the highlights, and you can go to their website if you care to, but it allows you to easily import contacts. We'll talk about how we can get you leads to import. Allows for two-way interaction. And of course, it's not coming from your cell phone number. It's a separate dedicated number for this purpose. You can even send from email to text, make it even easier for you. You can schedule messages at predetermined times. And really what I like is you can set up a campaign. So you set up a campaign of multiple messages, and when those would be sent, you upload the leads, and then the software takes care of the rest for you. And you can even use attachments. So again, I don't care if you use Text Magic or not. We've tried different software. That's the one that we've had the best luck with. And it's very inexpensive, 4 cents per text. With that being said, each of you are in kind of a different spot. I know that there's a handful of you that you already have large lists that you need to reach out to. And I think some of you have been trying to do that through email without the success that you anticipated. And these are some of the reasons why we've talked about. So if you have a large list, I recommend a text campaign instead of an email campaign. Alternatively, if you don't have any leads to text, you can come up with them on your own. Or if you want us to go out and mine for leads for you, we've got staff that'll do it, and it's just a flat $1 per lead. So I'm not trying to sell you leads. You're more than welcome. We sell them in 100 increments. So get your own, that's fine. I'm just saying if you don't have enough leads to reach out to, we can provide those. And if we provide them, they'll be in an Excel spreadsheet. They'll have verified phone numbers that are easily uploaded. All right, so let's make this a little smaller and then cover any questions that any of you have regarding using text campaigns to reach out to your leads, to move them in the sales funnel. And then again, a number of you are regional vice presidents, whereby you're making a 25% override on the production of your white label partners. It really makes sense to have an aggressive outreach to add more white label partners, because more white label partners equal more overrides for you. You can target different professionals. Insurance agents are often really good white label partners, and this is a great way to reach out to them. And again, if you need us to provide you an insurance agent list, we can provide it for you. Okay, so let's go to questions that any of you have regarding using a text campaign. You'll type the question into the Q&A, the question and answer box in Zoom. I'll respond. Joseph's one of our white label partners, and he's asking about the content to use. So you're right, Joseph. So we need to have a strategy, and then we need to have a method to reach our target audience. We're talking about text today. You need to have a system to reach out to them. We recommend Joseph Text Magic, but you're right. You're going to need the message plus the call to action. And so, again, encourage you to get with Scott, and he can help you with that. Mr. Rich is asking about the free landing pages. Yes, so we announced yesterday that if you need a landing page, you'll get with Scott. He'll get it set up. There is a cost, because there's a cost incurred with that. And then as long as you stay compliant as a white label partner for 2 months, then we reimburse that back to you. So that was announced, I believe, yesterday on the live training, was sent out to everyone, and that still stands. So Mr. Rich, let me know if you have any questions on that. Another very important point of working with Scott, and it's really a whole nother topic, and so if you've tuned out on me, tune back in for a minute. I strongly believe that each of you should develop a referral partner campaign. We call it an affiliate campaign. You can call it different things. You are missing the boat if you don't have an established referral program where people can refer people into you and you pay them some defined amount. Normally it's $100, for example, after someone that they referred has signed up. It's a no-brainer, right? As a white label partner, you're going to gross around $12,500 per new access to capital client. Why in the world wouldn't you share $100 of that with someone that would refer leads into you? And you might find that some of your clients are really tight on cash flow, and they would refer people in for you to pay them $100 a pop. So again, if you have not set up a referral partner campaign, strongly recommend getting with Scott. He can help you set that up. There are people out there that have a sphere of influence. You have pastors, and you have business bankers, you have realtors, and you have accountants, all these different people and professionals that already know small businesses that want and need capital. They would gladly refer to you if they knew you existed and if you gave them an economic reason to do so. We've built over 10,000 affiliates with, frankly, not a lot of effort. And there's no reason that you shouldn't be able to develop a big referral or affiliate network, whatever you want to call them. But you have to have the infrastructure set up to do that. And Scott, again, can help you. Or you can go do it on your own, right? I mean, Scott's part of our team. We're here to help you. If you want to do it on your own, reinvent the wheel. I don't care. But if you're not doing texting, I think you're missing the boat. If you're not, unrelated to that, if you're not developing a referral program to motivate and reward people for referring to you, I think you'll barely scratch the surface of your potential. All right, and then a follow-up question from Mr. Rich. For the marketing campaign with Scott, so is there a cost? Yes, there's a cost. Did we announce that we will reimburse that cost? Yes, we did. What do you have to do to get reimbursed? Stay in compliance for 2 months. Super simple. Do we provide financing if needed for setting up the campaign? Of course. I mean, we can always, with approved credit, we can get anyone financing, right? How much will it cost to set up the campaign? It depends on what you need. You got to get with Scott, and there's going to be a needs analysis there. It's very inexpensive. I mean, it's going to be far less than a break even of one. If you set up that whole campaign and had one conversion, one new client, it would more than pay for itself. So we're not talking a lot. You know, one of our biggest success stories that we have from Scott's work was with Jeff, one of our referral partners. And Scott set up, he really engineered, he was the architect, he set up the landing page and the automation sequences. And in 1 month, Jeff had over 400 access to capital conversions in 1 month, not leads, not prospects, enrollments, conversions. And so he knows what he's doing. Pick his brain, allow him to help you set up your infrastructure if you need. All right, and Warren's asking a little bit about using text magic versus Keep. So Keep is the CRM that most of us use. And so Scott can talk to this more specifically, but I don't think that Scott's going to recommend that you import cold list of hundreds or thousands of leads, which if you need them, we can provide them to you, use your own, and blast through Keep. Keep is best suited for, you could send one outreach, but you really wouldn't set a campaign up to cold prospects because it could cause some issues between you and Keep. And so here we're talking about something to generate the prospects, to get them into your funnel, and then the CRM would take over. But I'll let you visit with Scott Warren more specifically about that. All right, let's see. Who else has questions regarding using text campaigns? Because if we know that there are millions and millions of small businesses, and almost all of them want and need capital to start to grow, to reach their potential. So that's a fact. We know that 2021 has been an amazing year for the new start businesses. And so if you look in the Wall Street Journal or other media resources, you'll validate that more and more people are starting out either with a side gig or starting their own business to replace income. Again, they're going to need capital in almost all cases. We can provide to you a list of, in your zip or your city or your county or your state or whatever geographic area you want, of recently started new businesses. What an effective campaign to reach out to new start LLC, C Corps, S Corps, or what have you, and offering to give them the knowledge and the funding needed to reach their potential. So there's absolutely no shortage of small business owners. There's no shortage of those that want to need capital. And now we're showing you probably the most inexpensive and most effective way to reach out to them if you haven't considered that before. Get your own leads, that's fine. If you want us to get you leads, we'll generate them for you. It doesn't matter. But I think it's going to be, you'll be hard pressed to not want to incorporate this into your outreach strategy. All right, does anyone else have questions, comments? All right, Joseph's got a follow-up. So Joseph's a realtor. He likes targeting realtors as referral partners. So absolutely, Joseph, you need us to get you a list, or you may already have a list of realtors to develop as referral partners. A whole campaign, Joseph, can be developed around targeting real estate professionals to refer to you, and it would use the same concept. So again, I think you already have your own list of leads, Joseph. That's fine. If not, we can get you the leads. But setting up this process, you can do different campaigns. You could have a campaign targeting pastors. You could have a campaign starting realtors, as we talked about. Any target audience, whether it be the end consumer that you're trying to reach, which is really what most of the conversation was today, or even to key influencers to develop referrals, this would be very effective, very effective. All right, thank you for that, Joseph. Any other questions? Anyone have any other questions regarding what we covered today or didn't cover today? So today's Wednesday. We'll be back tomorrow on Thursday, but we will not be here on Christmas Eve, and we won't have, our staff will be off. We won't have any office hours on Christmas Eve, of course. So yes, if anyone is needing needing the leads, just go ahead and email me. So Scott is scott@smartmoneyalliance.org. I'm Thomas, so thomas@smartmoneyalliance.org, and we can get you the leads, Tara. Thank you. All right, well, thanks everyone. We'll see you back tomorrow morning. Be sure to reach out to Scott if you haven't, and get your landing page set up, get the campaign set up, and let's finish December strong, and then January should just be incredible. Should be absolutely incredible. Thanks everyone. See you tomorrow morning.